Welcome to another episode of Bristol and UK Supernatural. Today we have a wonderful sight for you to see, but before we get there we need to climb this monster behind me. Okay, so we're actually halfway up these steps now. We've got about a mile walk when we get to the top to reach our destination, which I'll let you know a bit more about when we reach there. But I just thought I'd show you the wonderful views we have of the bay behind us. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we're almost at our destination, and as you can see behind me, there's some old buildings which belongs to Brean Sands Forte. This is a place that I didn't especially know about and was told about, so we thought we'd come and check it out, and we found that it's extremely active with paranormal activity, not of just one time period, of actually 3 time periods, as we'll show you later in the programme. It has a history to it. And myself and Paul will read some of that out now because we didn't get time to revise it. So it states, Brean Sands Forte. As the naval military strength of France grew in the late 1850s under Napoleon III, numerous forts around the south coast were built in addition to 4 in the Bristol Channel at Brean Down, Flatholme, Steepholme and Lavernock Points in Wales. 4 acres at the tip of Brean Down were requisitioned in 1862 for Brean Fort, but building was not completed until 1870 due to disagreements between the contractor and government. The 7-inch rifle muzzled loading cannons, which were built at Woolwich, were mounted in 1877 and each weighed 7 tons and had a 30-pound charge of gunpowder, able to fire a 112-pound Palliser shot at 1,560 feet per second. This could pierce 8 inches of armour at 1,000 yards.
Brean Sands Forte was approached over dry moat on the landward side through iron gates. The barrack quarters on the left as you approach the fort could hold 50 men, while the officers' quarters and admin offices were to the right. There were 3 main gun positions, 3 guns faced west, 3 faced northwest and 1 faced north. No shots were ever fired in action, but regular drill and gunnery practice was part of the regular routine. The garrisons were part of the Coastal Brigade, Royal Artillery, and could be enforced with volunteers forces from both sides of the Bristol Channel. On the whole though, life was very quiet at the fort.
At 5 AM on July the 6th, 1900, the fort was rocked by a huge explosion, causing the death of one soldier, Gunner Haynes, who had fired his carbine down the shaft of a ventilator into number 3 beneath the western gun positions. Huge damage was done. With the wall separating the fort from the moat on the southwest corner being demolished and wreckage thrown up to 200 yards, no one knew why the gunner had blown up the fort, but it was a fatal blow as it quickly closed down and the cannons hauled away by traction engines. Well, we have evidence down in this room behind us that Gunnar Haynes didn't actually do it, and we have that on the Ghost Meter Pro, and I'll show you that evidence now. Okay, so this is great because this little dingy tunnel, when we came here the other night, is actually locked up. So they've opened it up for tourists, so we're actually down here now. We're just going to see, I'm not going to communicate, but we're just going to see if anything decides to show it, because I've got a great picture which I'll show you in a second of something we actually caught in this tunnel. So let's just see if we can find anything in there, see if something wants to play. There's like a hole here, I can't see what's in there, which is not always a good thing. See if something wants to show us it's there. Hello?
Someone come in.
Someone coming. Okay, good. Someone's coming.
That is the end of a gun barrel.
Shoot. There's obviously something in there. Shall we see if he wants to communicate? Quick, because that chucks. Superb. Right. This is how it works. Once for yes and twice for no. Alright? Okay. Are you a World War II soldier? Yes. Excellent. Were you blown up when the fort was blown up? Yes, okay. You're not Gunman Haynes, are you? You are Gunman Haynes. Wow, folks, we've actually got the guy that's responsible for blowing the fort up. Did you have a reason? You weren't responsible. Well, the blame's been put on you. Did you know that? Did you know that you're blamed for blowing up? Oh, you don't know. Well, apparently so. Damn, he's gone. Now, right in the gunpowder room, this is obviously locked up during the night, and as you can tell, it's completely pitch black in here. But we're hoping that that chap's going to come back to us. I can't actually feel any spiritual energy, but I just got a feeling I'm being watched. Just got that feeling. I wasn't actually expecting to find anything to happen during the day, but down here, can you come and talk to me again? Real dark and dingy room. It's just a bit like an old-fashioned bunker, isn't it? I suppose it is in one respect. This is great, because this is a place we can't actually get in during the night. Come on then, come and speak to me. Not an over there. Quick, before I choke down. I just saw you in the corner. Come on. Thank you. See, that's nice. Okay, am I speaking to Gunnar Haynes again? Once for yes, twice for no. Yes, excellent. Okay, you just told me that you are not responsible for blowing this place up. So do you know who is responsible? You do. And did you know that that person was going to blame you for it? Yes, okay, that's not very nice, is it? Is that person a spirit here as well as you? No. Okay, that's a shame, isn't it? Because you could have had it right go at him. Okay, is this where you always are? Yes, you could have, yeah. Is this where you're always based? Are you always round the gun in the powder room? You are, excellent. When we were here the other night, and I know you remember that, and I took a picture, was that you in the picture that I could see? No, that was someone else, was it? Dan, he's gone. Wow, there you go. He's always based here. So Gunnar Haynes, who I was reading about in the history just now, is based in the gunpowder room. So that's a good thing to know. Okay, I think we better leave him in peace now, before they wonder what we're doing down here for so long. And we'll move on to show you some of the other buildings.
Between 1905 and 1939, the fort became a CAF, but at the start of World War II was rearmed with 2 6-inch naval guns from Cardiff and 2 searchlight batteries. Brean Sands seemed an ideal testing site for secret weapons. A rail track was built and a so-called bomb was mounted on a 600-weight trolley propelled at 200 miles an hour along a caterpillar track by 12 powerful rockets. The aim was to propel the trolley at high speed into buffers. The impact would fling the bomb far out to sea, but the whole lot, trolley, buffers and all, actually went flying off into the channel and then a sharp right and came back inland into a local farmer's chicken run. In the 1880s and 1990s, the Victorian barrack was renovated and made safe to ensure that visitors can safely walk around the remains of the fort today.